For its dwellers, Nova Alea was a mixture of shelters, connections, memories, longings. For its masters, the city was a matrix of financial abstractions, assets appreciating and depreciating according to invisible patterns. They acquired properties while their value was still unrealized, trying to anticipate the swarm. As the buildings grew, so did their fortunes, so long as they sold before the bubble burst. Capital congealed into matter, accrued and evaporated over and over, reshaping habitats and habits, making Nova Alea unrecognizable to its own residents. From high above, some masters could recognize the vectors of desire. They acquired neglected lands just before they were engulfed by the bubble. Impossible prices drove old residents away and drained the ones who couldn't leave. Neighborhoods that made Nova Alea unique were replaced with dull repositories of wealth. But in the craters left by the cyclical crisis, the weird folk settled. The weird folk brought an organic life to the shiny metal city, stimulating dormant desires. One day, all the people forced to change their lives at the speed of finance began to organize. At first, they raised their voices together, but the masters heard only noise. Eventually, the weird folk had to move too, displaced by the revitalization they themselves started. The masters traded properties feverishly, so the people of Nova Alea forced them to slow down. The masters began to nurture the weird folk to attract the animal spirits of the market. The people gathered their power and used it to curb the swelling prices of their homes. were collectively acquired and sheltered from the fury of the market. Collective blocks belonged to the occupants and couldn't be bought or sold. Price-controlled properties offered lower profit margins, spoiling the master's games. And that's how Nova Alea became what it is now, a city against its inhabitants. A place made and unmade by money, where the delusion of wealth turned everyone into unwelcome strangers.